Hello, everybody. This is Volcanic Gaming, and we are back with another episode of the New York Jets franchise. This is episode number 2, and this video was actually supposed to come out on Wednesday, but it's coming out today on Monday because Lucky Lag and I decided to postpone the series starts of Shenanigans Online till further notice. Till further notice really means in a couple weeks' time once we get all the kinks and stuff like that, just figure it out. But for now, I'm going to be posting Jets franchise almost every single day. I did miss out on an upload last Friday because I was getting this video prepared and starting to prepare to post these videos daily. That's what I'm going to try to do. I don't know how much I'll be able to do that, but the goal is to post these videos on the daily. The reason I want to do this is, one, because I started this series extremely late, and I realized that the NFL season is coming to a close as the NFC Championship game was yesterday, and the Super Bowl comes in 2 weeks' time. So I realized that we really need to start, speeding up this series and starting to do it daily, and hopefully my goal is to get this series to around 40 episodes by the time it ends, which is going to take a bunch of recording and editing. But these videos aren't really that hard to edit. They only really take an hour or so to record and edit. Well, no, recording takes about 2 hours and editing takes about an hour. So it doesn't really take too long to make. So that is a good thing. And the structure of the series is not going to be how it is in this episode for the next coming episodes, because these first 2 episodes are mainly just simming and playing a couple games. Well, in the first episode, I said that I wasn't really going to play any games, but I've decided to change that and do 1 game or 2 per episode. And each episode is going to, just be a lot of stats looking at and trading opportunities, looking at who can play in the right spot and really figuring that all out. Besides that, it's also going to be simulating, obviously, and then I'm going to be playing games. As I played a game earlier in this episode, which was the first game of the season. I'm going to be playing games, but I'm not going to be playing any defense. I'm just going to be playing offense, because if I'm going to do this series more often, I'm not going to be able to sit down and record a game for an hour and then record the rest of the video for the next 15-20 minutes, because each episode is going to be around 15 to 20 minutes. This one was only 8 minutes because we're just kind of rushing along through this second season so we can get into the third season. But coming next episode, it's mostly going to be live commentary, hopefully. I was going to do live commentary for this one, but I was not able to do that as it would have taken too much time. So instead, I just did post commentary and just edited through this first season. It's hard to go through an entire season with live commentary because it's kind of tiring out. So instead, each episode is going to be, like I said, 10 to 15 minutes, and it's going to be live commentary. So it's going to just be me talking through this series. It's going to be really relaxed compared to most of my other series. Not going to be too serious or anything like that. That's why this video is mainly all in just one take. And here we are showing a game against the Bills, and we're getting absolutely obliterated. This is when I realized that maybe it's best not to continue trying to follow the season more closely, as we really are just absolutely getting destroyed by the Buffalo Bills. And this team was not ready to start contending for anything as of this season, because I really wanted this team to go 9-7, around that range, and hopefully contend for a playoff spot. And actually, spoiler alert, the Patriots end up making the playoffs at 9-7, so we would have had a really good opportunity if we had gone 9-7. That was the goal for this season. I really thought we could have done it with this squad that we had, as we had a really stellar running back in Bailey Steed. He was really good this season, and I thought if he carried some of the workload and then we put the other half of the workload on the other 2 running backs, we'd have a really good running game. And then throw in AC Law, our rookie quarterback, in there into the mix every once in a while and see if we could win games like that. But that really wasn't the case. We do run the ball a bunch, but at the same time, it really didn't work out that way, as Steed is too young to start carrying a team, and the other two running backs are not developed either. They're only 25, 26, so next season is definitely going to be the better season. I've already recorded the first half of the season because it's going to come up tomorrow, obviously, but as far as the other series on my channels, well, on my, not channels, just my channel, but as far as the other series on my channel, they're obviously going to come out on Mondays as usual, because I kind of was lackluster on the uploading last week with the 3 multi-sport series, and the video was kind of rushed. That's why the commentary was kind of bad in that episode, but it's going to be a little bit more scripted for next episode, so it's going to sound more professional and more crisp instead of how it was this last episode for the first one. So hopefully it is a lot more professional, a lot more efficient than it was last time, because that series really takes I think 8 hours total to make, because you had to record gameplay from all 3 of the sports and come up with a storyline, which really there wasn't a storyline in the first episode. That's going to be kind of more played with in the next episode. But besides that, we are just going to take a look at the stuff on screen as we are going through the playoffs, see who made the Super Bowl. I actually don't know who won the Super Bowl because I totally forgot to look after I simulated through Super Bowl week. But the Super Bowl matchup will be the Oakland Raiders versus the Atlanta Falcons. Actually, the Atlanta Falcons went to the Super Bowl yesterday after they just obliterated the Packers, and then the Patriots-Steelers game wasn't really close either. But it is going to be the Falcons versus Raiders in the Super Bowl. That would have been an interesting matchup this year, which it possibly could have happened if Derek Carr didn't break his leg. That's a pretty bad break for the Raiders fans. But here we are, just re-signing our players at the end of the season, seeing who will come back. We do give Richardson the franchise tag because I don't know why he didn't want to sign with us. Probably because we went 4-12. Yes, we went 4-12 this season. Same exact record as last. No, wait. We actually were worse this season. We went 3-13. The season before was 4-12. But sometimes you got to take a step back to go forward. And I think that next season will be a lot better. Our team overall was, I think, 75 overall this season. And our team overall for the next season is 79 overall, and I think it'll be up by 80 by week 17 as players progress, because a lot of them are young. So I am really looking forward to next season. It's usually a lot of, in these franchises, once you get to season 3, 4, 5, is when you really start winning, because the first 2 seasons, especially for a team this bad as the New York Jets, you need to fill a lot of holes. I did this with a 49ers franchise once, and it really took me 5 seasons till I finally actually made the playoffs and then started contending. So it's going to be a little quicker with this franchise, because it is a little less difficult for the New York Jets as they have some solid positions. But here we are in free agency, just taking a look at some guys that we can potentially sign. Cornerback was a very, very big need that we needed on this team. So we signed 2 cornerbacks who are 79 overalls, which is a great improvement over our last cornerback, because our cornerback situation was looking at 272 overalls, which that definitely was not going to cut it, that is a terrible secondary. So we decided to pick a cornerback, and here we are in the draft, and this is my favorite pick ever. I'm pretty sure. This guy is number 2 rated talent. He is an 81 overall, and he has superstar development, which is absolutely incredible. That strength rating, that block shedding, and all of his stats are already great. Very, very good candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Definitely will be starting in his first season. We really didn't need any middle linebackers. It's a pretty decent position for us, but that was too good to pass up on. He had a 7.7 combine grade, and he just looked like a monster, so we had to take him. And right here, we pick up a right guard. He will actually not be starting this season. He was a 77 overall, and I really like him, but we have a better right guard, and he will just play behind them, maybe get some snaps in the running game because he has a good run block. So maybe he will be integrated this season, but next season he will definitely be starting. And right here, we make a trade for, I think, a left tackle, because we were going to try to pick one up in this draft, but we didn't end up doing so because we waited too long to pick him, because in the first 2 rounds, obviously, we went with the middle linebacker and then with the right guard, and there were no more left tackle prospects left, so we decided to go out there and trade for one. The rest of the draft wasn't really that good, but I just showed the draft summary, and this is basically going to conclude this season. I know it was really rushed, and I didn't really highlight a lot of stuff because I was just talking about what was going on, what's going to go on for the rest of my channel over the next couple of months. But that is basically it. This is the end of the video. This is Volcanic Gaming, and I will be signing out.